All right, workout worthy, welcome to PiYo. PiYo is a combination of Pilates and yoga, and ideally, PiYo is done in bare feet. Now, during this workout, we are going to lengthen, strengthen, tone, and condition every muscle from head to toe. We work on strength, balance, flexibility, and stability in a mind-body workout that also increases your heart rate and makes you feel fantastic. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and use Workout Worthy to be consistent with your exercise routine. Now we're going to start in mountain pose. Feet are together, heels can be slightly apart just depending on your anatomy. Let's take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Our powerhouse is strong, about 2 inches above, 2 inches below our belly. Feel like you're sucking your belly in, flexing through those core muscles. Head is an extension of your spine. So be mindful of your chin. We don't want to tuck our chin, which closes our airways and rounds our back. But we also don't want to lift our chin, pinching our neck, and we tend to arch. Inhale and exhale. One more nice deep breath and exhale. Now folding forward, inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come to your thighs, your shins, yoga blocks, or the floor. Lifting through your tailbone, elongating down your spine. Sealing your inner thighs, flat back, inhale up. Exhale, mountain. Now chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, sitting into chair. Weight is even through the balls and the heels of your feet. Powerhouse is still strong. We want to breathe as we hold our pose. Now adding movement. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair. You can stay flat-footed or add a heel raise, balancing in mountain. Chair is the same, with or without a heel raise. If you want to progress, you can add a knee lift. Balancing in mountain. Chair is the same. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more on each side, or 2 more total. Very nice. Holding chair. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold up and over your thighs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms fold in flight. Inhale, hands come to your thighs, the small of your back or interlock. Exhale, diving into fan. Very similar to forward fold, just depending on your hand placement. Flat back, inhale all the way up. We're gonna step right then left for sweeping pliés. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding our plie and changing into a warrior 1. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight, hips are square. Rib cage is pulled down, abs are tight. Breathing as we hold the pose. And now adding movement. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, opening our hips, opening our chest. Exhale into warrior 2. Knees still follows that same angle. Reaching through our fingertips. Adding movement. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. 2 more moving warrior 2s. Inhale, squaring our hips. Exhale, back to a moving warrior 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, holding at the top. Exhale, folding into pyramid. Hands come to your thighs, your shins, yoga blocks, or the floor. Both legs are straight. Feet are in that warrior stance. Lifting through your tailbone, elongating down your spine. Lift your back heel, bend your front knee into a runner's lunge. Head is higher than your heart. Adding movement, we're going to lift our hips slightly, gently press through. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, holding runner's lunge. Take your right leg out to a plank on your toes or on your knees. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga, close grip tricep push-up. Inhale, pointing our toes, opening to an upward facing dog. Lifting your hips, flexing your feet. Downward facing dog. Heels press to the floor. Hips lift to the ceiling, elongating down your spine, feeling that length. From down dog, inhale to prepare. Exhale to a plank. And we're going to flow through these two positions. Down dog, into plank. Down dog, into plank. Down dog, into plank. Now holding your plank, point your right toe. And we're going to take that right knee, bending it out to the side towards your elbow and extend. Holding plank, bend that right knee out towards your elbow and extend. Bend. Let's do one more. Now, toe stays pointed. We're going to do our chaturanga. Up dog, into a downward facing dog. You can stay in down dog or point your right toe, reaching to a high leg hip extension. Keeping the integrity of your down dog. Now from here, inhale to prepare. Exhale to plank with that toe pointed as our option. Inhale, down dog or high leg. Exhale, plank with or without that toe pointed. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, holding. The right knee bends for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding plank, inhale to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pointing your right toe, reaching to our high leg hip extension. Slowly lowering, bending that right knee, stepping through. Use your hands if you need to align, back to runner's lunge. Change your back foot, warrior stance. Pinwheel up into warrior 2. Adding movement, extend and bend. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Holding at the top. Both feet are going to come forward. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Hands come to your thighs, your shins, yoga blocks, or the floor. Now you're going to bring your left hand towards that right foot. Spinal twist. Back to center. Other side. Back to center. Back to center. Stepping together, right, then left, forward fold. Sealing the inner thighs, flat back, inhale up. Exhale, mountain. Centering breath. We're gonna go through that entire sequence on the opposite side. Nice deep breath. Fold forward. Sealing the inner thighs, flat back, inhale up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale. Exhale, chair. Breathing as we hold our chair, exploring the pose as we've built some heat. Woken up our body. Now adding movement. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair. Inhale, mountain. You can stay flat-footed or add a heel raise. Back to chair. Opposite leg. You can stay where you are or a knee lift balance. Breathing with the movement. Holding chair. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold up and over. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms fold in flight. Hands to your thighs, the small of your back or interlock. Exhale, diving into fan. Flat back all the way up. Step left and right, sweeping plies for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding plie. And then changing into our warrior 1. Left knee is bent. Right leg is straight, working on squaring your hips. Powerhouse is strong. Breathing as we hold. And then adding movement. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Moving warrior 1s. Inhale, opening our hips, opening our chest. Exhale, warrior 2. Knee stays on that same angle as your toes. Your hips, chest are open. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Reach and lower. Inhale. Exhale, back to warrior 1 and keep that movement. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, holding at the top. Exhale, folding into our pyramid pose. Hands can be on your thighs, your shins, yoga blocks, or the floor. Lifting your back heel, bending your front knee. Runner's lunge. Hands can be on the floor or on yoga blocks. Head is higher than your heart. Inhale, lifting our hips slightly. Exhale, gently pressing through. So the knee really doesn't move. Opening through the pelvic bone. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. From our runner's lunge, extend your left leg out to plank. On your toes or on your knees. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feeling that length, feeling that stretch. Heels press to the floor. Hips lift to the ceiling. From down dog, inhale to prepare. Exhale, reaching to our plank, and we're gonna flow from downward facing dog to our plank. Keeping that nice neutral spine. Let's do 1 more. Holding our plank. On your toes or on your knees, point your left toe. You can hold here or bend that knee towards your elbow. Wide knee bend, holding plank. Now holding plank, inhale to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Feeling that length, feeling that stretch. You can stay in down dog or point your left toe to high leg hip extension. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, plank. So those are your options. You've got down dog or high leg hip extension. Plank, with or without that left toe pointed. Down dog or high leg. Plank, with or without that toe pointed. Holding plank. Left knee bend for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left toe points, reaching, high leg hip extension. Slowly lower, bending that left knee, stepping through. Use your hands if you need to align. Runner's lunge. Change your back foot, warrior stance. Pinwheel into warrior 2. Adding movement. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. Holding at the top, both feet facing. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward, finding that hand placement. Left hand goes towards that right. Rotate, spinal twist. Spinal twist. Spinal twist. Spinal twist. Step left and right, back to center. Flat back, inhale up. Exhale, mountain, and a nice centering breath. Great job. So we're gonna do a balance challenge. One of my favorites, tree pose. So we're in mountain pose, finding a focal point. Take a centering breath and exhale. Opening through your hips, tree pose. So you can keep your toes down if you need to. Keep your hips level. Try not to lean, try not to tilt. You can lift your foot to your calf. Try to avoid too much pressure on your knee joint, but you might be able to go higher. Once your foot is placed, then we're gonna get our arms in position. Inhale, reaching up, sealing our palms. Exhale, pulling heart center. We're gonna breathe in tree. Take inventory. This might be a challenge. If your muscles are firing, stay right here. If you need to induce a wobble, we're gonna add our movements to make this even more challenging. Breathing no matter what. Inhale, with or without the arms reaching up. Exhale, arms grow and expand. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, crossing our wrists as we lower in front. Inhale, reaching up, sealing our palms. Exhale, we all meet back at heart center in prayer. One final breath. Inhale, knee forward. Exhale, lower. Left leg should be talking to you. Point and flex. Do a couple of toe circles in each direction. Release those stabilizers. And we're gonna do the other side. Our goal is symmetry, but you might not be there yet. Start in mountain. Inhale. And exhale, opening the hips. Find that foot placement. Your calf, avoid that knee joint. Now again, might be very different on this side. Do what this side of your body needs as we work towards symmetry. Once your foot is placed, inhale, reach up, sealing the palms. Exhale, heart center in prayer. Breathing as we take inventory. What does our body need? You can stay right here, or you can add those arm movements. Inhale, with or without that reach. Exhale, arms can grow and expand. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale as we lower in front. Inhale, reaching overhead, sealing the palms. Exhale, we all meet heart center in prayer. Inhale and exhale. Good. Right foot point and flex. Couple toe circles in each direction. Now we're going to do one more tree on each side, and we're going to add chair at the end for an additional challenge. Mountain poses first though. Centering breath. Opening through the hips. Find that right leg foot placement. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, heart center in prayer. One breath. Take inventory. What do you need? You can stay here, or inhale, reach. Exhale, expand. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, heart center in prayer, holding one breath. Now you can go from your tree to a chair or a one-legged chair. Weight stays even through the ball and the heel of your foot. You can stay holding chair or one-legged chair, or inhale, mountain. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Whew. Inhale, reaching up. Left foot, point and flex. Those muscles are talking. Working hard. Mountain pose, this is our last time on our last side. Take a centering breath and exhale. Opening, find that foot placement. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, heart center in prayer. You can stay here or add movement. Inhale, reach. Exhale, grow and expand. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, sealing our palms. Exhale, heart center in prayer. From tree, chair or one-legged chair. Either option, quite challenging, so find what works for you. You can hold chair or add movement. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair. Inhale and exhale. Mountain, chair or one-legged chair. Mountain, chair or one-legged chair. Inhale and exhale, right foot point and flex. Couple of toe circles. Feel that length. Now let's go to the front of our mat. Mountain prep. Inhale up and exhale, right leg steps back, warrior one. Now options, hands can stay on your thigh, at your side, overhead, or you can interlock, pointer to the ceiling in warrior one, adding movement. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Inhale, opening. Exhale, warrior two. Breathing as we hold. Now in warrior two, we're gonna extend, pointer to the ceiling, and go into side bends. Exhale to your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale towards your left. Inhale, back to center. Holding warrior two and exploring your side bend. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now adding movement. Extend your left knee and bend. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Holding warrior two. Inhale, exhale, reverse warrior, one breath. Inhale, exhale, warrior two, holding one breath. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, right angle. So option one is supported on your thigh. You can reach to the floor, use a yoga block, or use the floor. From right angle, inhale, exhale, lifting back into warrior two. We have three poses, and we're gonna flow. Inhale to prepare, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, right angle. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Again, inhale, exhale, reverse. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, right angle. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Taking this pose out of the flow, we inhale, exhale, reverse. Inhale, exhale, right angle. Inhale, exhale, reverse, warrior. Right angle. Last time, reverse warrior and right angle. We're gonna extend our left knee, reach that right arm to the ceiling in a triangle pose. Now flowing from here, we inhale triangle, exhale right angle, inhale triangle, exhale right angle. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Inhale, holding our triangle pose. Left hand comes behind, right hand. Now pyramid, lifting through our tailbone, elongating down our spine. Lifting your back heel, bending your front knee, runner's lunge. Left leg extends to our plank, and your toes are on your knees. Chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Left leg extends to high leg hip extension. Hips press through, coming to a plank. Bending your left knee. We're gonna come into a pigeon pose. Right leg is bent, or right leg is straight, left knee is bent. Hips are square, feeling that deep stretch. Now, if you can extend, walking your hands, elongating, reaching your head towards the ceiling. That's our first pigeon. And then we're going to slowly fold forward. Maybe an inch or two, maybe farther, maybe all the way. stop where your body needs the stretch the most. Bringing your hands in, flexing that back foot. Press up to a plank on your toes or on your knees. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Left toe points, reaching high leg hip extension. Slowly lowering, bending our left knee, stepping through, runner's lunge. Changing that foot, warrior stance, pinwheel up. Warrior two, add movement. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. Great job. Legs come in, feet face forward, forward fold. Adding that spinal rotation. Step together, left and right. Flat back, inhale up. Exhale, mountain, centering breath. Okay, we're gonna do that sequence on the opposite side, starting at the front of your mat. Nice deep breath. Left leg steps back into our warrior. So right toes face the side, left toes face forward, hips are square. Hands, they can be on your thigh, at your side, overhead, or interlock pointer to the ceiling. Feeling that length. Breathing as we hold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, opening our hips, opening our chest. Exhale, warrior two. Breathing as we hold. Both arms reach up. Pointer to the ceiling, side bends. Up and over towards your left. And then back to center. Towards your right, keeping the shoulders low and relaxed. Up and over. Back to center. Up and over. Back to center. Arms release. Adding movement. Extend and bend. Last moving warrior two. From warrior two, inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior, holding one breath. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, holding one breath. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, right angle, and start on your thigh. See how that feels. If you can keep good form and you want to go deeper, you can reach to the floor, use a yoga block or the floor. From right angle, lifting strong back to our warrior two. We're going to do these three poses with our flow. Inhale, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, right angle. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Same thing again. Reverse warrior, warrior two, right angle, warrior two. Now taking warrior two out of the flow. Inhale, exhale, reverse. Inhale, exhale, right angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, right angle. Last time, reverse warrior and right angle, holding here. Extend to triangle, feeling that length. And then we flow. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, right angle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, right angle. Let's do this 2 more times. Triangle, right angle, triangle, right angle. Holding our triangle pose, bring your right hand behind. Left hand lower, squaring into pyramid. Lifting that back heel, bending your knee, runner's lunge. Right leg extends to plank, and your toes are on your knees. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Right toes point, reaching high leg hip extension. Hips press through, reaching in a plank. Bending your right knee underneath, pigeon pose. So just where your pigeon falls, think about squaring your hips. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. You can shift your weight just to feel where your body needs. Slow and controlled. Now you can stay where you are, or we can try that extension, elongating, not arching your back, but reaching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling in your pigeon. Then inhale, reaching through the crown of your head. We're gonna exhale, slowly folding forward. Keeping in mind that lower is not always better. You wanna feel where your body's holding tension, and that is where you should stop. Hands come underneath, flexing your left foot, pushing briefly to a plank, and your toes are on your knees. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Right toe points, reaching high leg hip extension. Lowering the right leg, bend that right foot underneath into runner's lunge. Change to our warrior stance, warrior two. Adding movement, extend and bend, extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. Toes are in. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Reach and center. Reach and center. Not overextending, controlling that movement. Step right then left. Flat back, inhale up. Exhale, mountain, nice deep breath, and we are all done. Fantastic job with this PiYo Flow. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, come back and join me anytime.